Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And in today's show, guys, we're going to talk about the importance of, finding the right one and building an empire. Because I truly believe that you really cannot have financial success without your other half. Know what I mean? And I'm not saying it can't be done, but I feel that you need someone, man or woman, to reach those goals, and you two are on the same page. It just makes it a lot easier when you work together and you strive for a certain goal in life. You know what I'm saying? I think it just makes it so much easier. And a lot of times people get into relationships for selfish reasons. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a man or a woman, on both sides of the playing field. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people a lot of times people get into relationships because of what a person can do for them, or get married because a person is, he or she is taking care of them financially. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, if you truly want abundance of wealth, I think it takes two people. Know what I mean? Even if you see some successful people doing it on their own, cool, that's great. But I'm going to break it down in this show on why you need two people. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, for instance, number one, two minds are better than one. Know what I mean? A lot of times you can have ideas on your own, and, if you don't have that person that can critique your ideas and tell you, no, you should do it another way, or have other ideas they can add on to your ideas, you know what I'm saying? That would be sometimes a setup for failure in trying to achieve your goals financially, or if you're trying to start a business, because you don't have that other mind to tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's going to tell you the real, and not just a bunch of know what I mean, like a bunch of yes people who just going to tell you that you're doing something, whatever you do is great. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always have that person that, truly has your best interests at heart. If they really, really down for you and love you, they're going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why you should, cut out the BS when it comes to dating, and, be honest of what you want at that particular time in your life. A lot of people are not honest. You know what I'm saying? You could be in a particular part of your life where you don't want to be in anything serious, but you giving off the vibes of you want a relationship, you want something serious, and it's just giving mixed signals, and before you know it, it just ends in disaster. So you don't want to do that. Know what I mean? The second thing would probably be there's two incomes if you both are working. Know what I mean? If you start off having your own place, you have your place and she have your place, and then you guys decide to move in together, that's going to save money as well. You know what I'm saying? So you're not spending, you don't have two sets of bills that you are paying for any longer. It's just one set of bills. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to save you off the rip. And if you're doing a long distance relationship, that's going to save you on plane tickets. Like all this money that you spending on the extra apartment, or the travel money, the airplane tickets back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Now you can all combine that bread, know what I mean, and save it into investing in something that you guys, have a passion for together. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you got to find somebody you guys got to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be goal driven and then the person you with don't have any goals or, no aspirations to do anything. So you guys got to be on the same page. You got to have somebody who's on the same page that's willing to put in the work, the hard work, just like you put in the hard work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you both got to be goal driven. You both got to want the same thing out of life. You both got to see the same vision. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever it takes, as long as it's legal. Do whatever it takes to reach your goals. So that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? The next thing, man, is you two having a plan. You know what I'm saying? Writing down your ideas together. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you're doing it by yourself, you're writing a plan by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have nobody to, like trade ideas back and forth. You know what I mean? Write it down. You know what I'm saying? Write your plans down. But this is the thing with society today is that, they don't. Society today is very selfish in all aspects of life today. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't want to, give in or bend in relationships. People don't want to be honest in relationships today. People just want to play games. People just want money. Selfishness, all selfishness. And I truly believe that, when you have this type of person, whether it's a woman or man, your financial dreams and goals will not be reached because you're dealing with somebody who's selfish, and that selfish energy is going to be around and is always going to come back to you, whether you're not the selfish person or not. See, people don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Everything around us is about energy, you know what I'm saying? When you plug in a TV, what does it take? It takes energy. When you get out of bed, what does it take? It takes your energy to get out of the bed. Everything's about energy. You got a positive charge and a negative charge. You know what I mean? And when you're dealing with someone who's dealing on a selfish side of the energy, well, that energy is going to be around you too as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's very important for you to find somebody who has a positive energy around them. You know what I'm saying? Because like karma, man. Like, people try to beat karma, get around karma, and do things that can hamper their growth in life. So again, you have to find somebody who's on the same page as you, you know what I'm saying, wanting the same things out of life. And, also too, don't be afraid to take that ride with that person all the way to the top. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to find the guy with the money already or the woman with the money already and, try to leech off of them, instead of taking the ride with that person all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying? I believe that the ride, taking the ride all the way up to the top is the most enjoyable than getting with somebody who already has it all. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn a lot when you're taking that ride to financial freedom and financial abundance. You learn a lot, you know what I'm saying? And, it's like a life lesson. You know what I mean? It's like a life lesson when you, taking that ride to the top. But it all depends on what you want out of life. It all depends on, how long you're willing to wait for that person that's the perfect match for you. You know what I mean? A lot of times people get anxious and they settle. A lot of people are settling now. A lot of people are settling. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think you should settle. No matter if it takes 2 years, 3 years, you shouldn't settle. You shouldn't just settle getting with anybody. You know what I mean? Again, you want somebody who's going to compliment what you do. That's the thing too. Compliment what you do. I don't mean by giving you compliments, but if you got something going on, you know what I mean, positive in your life, you working or you got a place and you got, stable income coming in, you want the same type of person coming into your life. You don't want somebody who don't have nothing going on. That person has to at least be working, you know what I'm saying? And being able to hold down a job, or, if he's trying to start a business or something, he's got to be doing something, or she's got to be doing something positive. You know what I mean? Can't be just sitting around doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Got to be doing something to bring in income. So, but I truly believe that in order to create an empire, you need that other half. You know what I mean? There's been some wealthy people that said that before, they started their journey on financial freedom and financial abundance, when they tried to do it by themselves, that they were having some success, but their success didn't come until they found the other half and they did it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's when their success just exploded. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to try to find that person wherever you are in your life. You know what I'm saying? Try to find that person that can be your equal half. You know what I mean? I think that's very important. I think that's the only way you can create an empire. You just look at all these wealthy people, man, like, Jay-Z and, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, all these cats, they're married. You know what I mean? They're married. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's exceptions to the rule. Like, there's some wealthy people that's not married, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a wealthy, a billionaire or a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, he has the other half. You know what I'm saying? They're like a power couple. You know what I mean? And, this is where people are missing the point. You know what I'm saying? This is where people are missing the point. You know what I'm saying? People are too busy trying to get over on one another. They're missing the big goal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're missing the point. People want to be selfish and cheat, and especially if they have a good woman or man. You know what I'm saying? They want to cheat. They want to be selfish. And just do anything in their power to sabotage their relationship when they got a good thing going on. A lot of times, a woman. This is mainly. I'm talking about women because I'm straight, so I can't really talk from a male perspective, but I can talk from a male perspective being a straight man. So a lot of times women will, they'll see a guy and he might not have a whip, but he's working and, working a 9 to 5, never played in the streets, you know what I'm saying? And, she will pass him by, because I had this happen to me. She will pass him by to deal with a knucklehead that's in and out of jail, selling drugs, you know what I'm saying, or beat the slop out of her. And she will love that guy to death. But the guy who goes to the 9 to 5, he's called corny and lame for having a job. You know what I'm saying? Ask me how I know, because I've been called corny and lame. Because I had a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So people need to get that priorities straight. I see a lot on the internet too with, the guys will, record guy trying to talk to a young lady, and she don't want to have nothing to do with him, but then once she sees his whip, and it's an expensive whip, and it's over $150,000 whip, then all of a sudden she wants to talk to him. And that's the difference in the women from the past till today. These women today want to be Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and dress like strippers and act like strippers. Not all, I didn't say all of them. But these young women today are lost. A lot of them are lost. They have no clue. But I can't really blame them, because nobody's teaching them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's teaching them women etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Just like nobody's teaching a lot of these young men man etiquette. Like women are supposed to have etiquette, and men are supposed to have etiquette too as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? And nobody's teaching the youth, you know? And that's where things become, you know, lost in the world of dating. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's becoming harder and harder to date today. It's every year is getting worse and worse and worse and worse here in America. I don't know about anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about anywhere else. And you know, you got the whole situation going on with the passport bros, which I don't understand the big deal, because Caucasian men have been doing that for years. And it's not a big deal. But you know, the brothers decide that they had enough with these American women here, which to a certain extent I kind of understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for me myself, I was lucky enough to find my queen, you know what I'm saying, here in America. But, you know, a lot of people are not that lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of BS you got to go through to find that one. And, you know, people get fed up. People get tired. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how long did women expect good men, to take their mess? How long? I mean, you know, don't give them no respect. You call them corny and lame. You cuss them out in public. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know all nationalities of people have issues in their relationship, but certain things that women do, a lot of nationalities don't do that. Like, for instance, Caucasians, when they have an issue in a relationship, not saying they're better than anybody, because nobody's better than anybody, but when they have an issue in a relationship, everything is kept in the house. They don't do nothing out in the public. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of young women like to do today. They like to embarrass their men out in public. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is, I see a lot of men doing it too as well, but mainly women. You know what I mean? But both sides need help. Both sides need to, you know what I'm saying, look in the mirror and ask yourself, what do you really want from a relationship? Because again, it's getting worse and worse every year as far as dating. But I'm glad I'm not in the dating pool anymore. I'm so glad I'm done with that. Like, seriously, because it's getting bad. It's getting bad. People they don't understand what you know what I'm saying, what it takes. They don't understand, you know, when they got something good in front of them, you know, men and women. They don't understand. Men today want to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get on just the women. I'm going to get into men too, because men today want to date. A lot of men today want to date strippers. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they'll have a good woman in front of them, willing to do anything for them, but they want a stripper. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dating a stripper, you know what I'm saying? Strippers, you know, all strippers are not bad, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, if I had a choice to date a good woman or a stripper, I'm dating a good woman. And I'm going to make sure I'm do everything to keep her. You know, it's just, you know, the type of women that are out there today, you know, it was just a fraction of that back when I was dating, you know what I'm saying? You only bumped into a couple women like that, but now it's just like all of them are like that. From what I can see, you know what I'm saying? Just money hungry, handout. It's about the money, nothing else. It's not about getting to know somebody, you know what I'm saying? And trying to find that one that you're compatible with, and it's none of that. It's none of that here in America. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't know how to be women. You know what I mean? They try to compete with men. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think that's what Kevin Samuels was trying to change, you know, trying to change women's perspective and men, because don't forget that Kevin Samuels started out, not bashing men, but he started out, trying to correct men. You know what I'm saying? And then he went on to the women, and that is something that need to be corrected. But other thing I hate as well is that since Kevin Samuels passed away, everybody wants to be Kevin Samuels now. Everybody's the expert on, women. Everybody's the expert on, men, but mainly women. I see a lot of cats now talking about, talking all this stuff about, how women are and how they operate and all this stuff. They don't have a clue either. They're just trying to get some views and get paid for interviews. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be Kevin Samuels now. Kevin Samuels has really opened the door for a lot of people who are running their mouth on relationships and they don't have a clue either. You know what I'm saying? So don't go listen to a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? Because I truly believe like a lot of these people doing it now, their heart is not really in it. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing it for the money, I believe. I really believe Kevin Samuels was really trying to change some stuff as far as the relationships with the men and the women today. I really think he was trying to get people back, into their original, their original form. Men have a role, women have a role, children have a role. Like everybody is pretty much off their square and off their roles in life. You know what I'm saying? Men want to be women, women want to be men, and kids are all over the place. You know what I mean? It's just like people need to get back to what this is originally supposed to be. Like your energy, you know what I'm saying? Again, we back to energy. It needs to be a balance, you know what I mean? You need a little bit of the feminine energy, you need a little bit of the masculine energy in order to balance. You can't have just one. You know what I mean? You can't have just one feminine energy way up here and have the masculine energy way at the bottom. Then you're going to have an unbalance. But, as far as getting back to the original topic, yes, it takes two to build an empire. It just makes it a whole lot easier. It makes it easier to bounce ideas off each other. You know what I mean? It makes it easier as far as income, because you can combine the two incomes and save to whatever you're trying to achieve. It just makes it a whole lot easier, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes it a whole lot easier. Just those two things alone, you know what I'm saying? It just makes it a lot easier. Again, anytime you see a millionaire or a billionaire, a lot of these, even when you see these big corporations, you know what I mean? All these big corporations are ran by who? Women. A lot of these corporations, when you go and walk into one of these big corporation buildings, who do you see at the desk? The receptionist. She is the most important part of the operation. And people overlook the receptionist all day long. But she's the most important part. She's the one taking in the calls, getting all the information, you know what I'm saying, setting up meetings. She's the most important, the receptionist. And she pretty much runs the show. Yeah, the owner, he bounces ideas about how he can get the company to grow and all that, you know what I mean? But it's the receptionist. She's the most important. And it's crazy she gets paid the least amount out of anybody. It's crazy. But, you guys need to sit down and think, man, what do you really want, man? Because a lot of you people are confused. You guys don't know what the hell you want. You got women saying, I want a good man to be in front of them, and then they'll just curve them. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman or a man will go, I want a good woman, have a good woman, hold him down, all that. Then he's messing around with the stripper at the strip club. You know what I mean? Just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Instead of working together, building ideas together, putting your money together, you know what I'm saying? And making it happen. You know what I mean? Making it happen. Not for just you, but for your generation, the next generation, your whole bloodline. You can make something happen for your whole bloodline if you do it right. You set it up properly. You know how to build a trust. You know what I'm saying? And you got life insurance and all that. Everything's ran under the trust. Like, all these things can be done. You know what I mean? And two, another thing too, people don't like to read, man. People don't like to read. You can't get a kid to pick up a book to save their life. It's just like everybody's on tablets. Everybody's stuck to the internet. It's just like, when I was coming up, we read books, man. We read all the time. You know what I mean? In the beginning, I didn't like to read. Mom Deuce would be tight. You know what I'm saying? She'd be so tight. And then as I got a little bit older, in my teens and stuff, I wanted to learn about my history and all that, you know what I mean? So I started getting knowledge of self, so, you know, and it just took off from there. And one thing led to another, you know what I mean? But guys got to pick up books too. You know what I'm saying? Stimulate your mind, you know? That's the only way. Well, I'm not going to say that's the only way, but it helps stimulate your mind, man. Read. 1 hour, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to read for long. 1 hour a day. 1 hour every other day. As long as you just sitting down, getting a book and just relaxing and chilling and just not thinking about nothing else, but just, you know, focusing on that book and reading. And it helps with your vocabulary too as well. So, you know, and that too, like, a lot of people are in relationships jealous of their woman or their man because they're more intelligent than them. That's real. Like, your man could be jealous of you because you're smarter than him. And, you know, he can change that, but he won't, because he don't want to put in the work to, you know, enlighten himself, get the knowledge to make himself more intelligent. But he'll just hate on you and tell you you're nothing, and knock down your confidence because, you know, you're more intelligent than him. See, a lot of times people get into relationships too to bring you down to their level. You know what I'm saying? To the root chakras. All the way down to animalistic level. And they don't want to see you succeed. A lot of times people don't like you, pretend like they'll like you to get in a relationship just to knock you down. That's real. So, guys, be careful out here, man. Like, yo, take your time when you dating. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush into nothing. Don't be moving nobody in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Take your time, analyze it, see who you're dealing with. Take your time. Take notes if you have to. Hell, shit. Take notes. You know what I'm saying? Do background checks. Do all that. But just take your time, man, and find that one that can get on the same page with you. That's all I'm saying, people. Because you guys are running around here just like with a chicken with your head cut off. Just, you know, hamster. You like the hamster in the hamster wheel. You just running circles, man. Just running circles, jumping from person to person. That's all people doing. Just jumping from this person. It don't work out in a few months. Next person. You know what I'm saying? That's no consistency there at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just jumping from person to person instead of just taking your time, analyzing it, see if this person is right. You know what I'm saying? If it's not right, then like, yo, cut it off, move on to the next. You people just weeks will meet somebody. Oh, you can move in. like what? You don't even know that person. But That's the way the dating game is today, man. Like I said, I'm glad I'm out. Whew. It's getting critical out there, you heard? But yo, that's my take, guys. Thank you for tuning in to my podcast. Please share this with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I'm your gracious host, Jupiter 9, and I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. One.